Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is Veda and this is The Simple Budget. Here on my channel, I show you how my family is using the zero-based budgeting method in order to maintain a simplified financial life. If that sounds like content that you're interested in, I would love it if you would hit the subscribe button and join our little crew here. And with that being said, let's get into today's video. All right, well, hello everyone and happy Tuesday. You're probably wondering why I'm uploading my cash stuffing today and not yesterday. I am going to go ahead and just kind of run over a couple things with you guys. If you are not interested in my rambling, I'll go ahead and leave a timestamp on the screen for you now that you can just skip ahead to the actual cash stuffing portion of the video. Obviously, this is an unusual day for me to be uploading. Mr. Simple is not joining us today, and that's because we didn't get a chance to film over the weekend because I was hit with a really nasty case of hives, believe it or not. If you are new to my channel or newer, I am a person who suffers from a couple of different autoimmune issues, and I have managed them and their symptoms over the last maybe like 6 or 7 years by eating the carnivore diet. But I'm more carnivore adjacent. I would have considered myself maybe animal-based, but heavily animal-based because I would still eat cheese and fruit. I largely avoided veggies because veggies are super inflammatory for somebody like me. But over the last 6 to 7 years, the stricter I've gotten, the stricter I've had to continue being because I've just become more and more aware of foods that trigger my autoimmune symptoms. And for whatever reason, in about May of this year, I started experiencing some more just inflammatory episodes that were largely sort of out of left field, but also definitely likely the result of needing to go even stricter with my diet. This is just one of those things that I have heard in the carnivore and autoimmune communities. Eventually, a lot of people can go carnivore by doing an elimination diet and then slowly reintroduce foods and realize things that they are, sensitive to. And just by avoiding those, they're able to maintain a reasonable diet. There are certain people like me who have a few autoimmune issues and as a result just have to be strict pretty much for the rest of our lives. So what I am realizing in this is that actually I have to go very, very strict and eat basically just ruminant meat. So that would be like venison, lamb, maybe elk, and then beef, which has never triggered an autoimmune response in me ever, and largely keep those other things out of my diet. But as you can imagine, it's sort of difficult to do that when you have other life things planned. Like Mr. Simple and I went on our date to celebrate the debt payoff finally. And, that is something that will trigger an autoimmune response in me. But in the process of trying to figure this out, I also was attacked with hives. Hives are one of those things that is either an allergic response to a food item usually, or in the case of somebody like me, they're actually another autoimmune thing. And I used to get them every year from about the age of 11 to 12 until about the age of 21-ish. And then as I started correcting my diet, the hives sort of stopped appearing, which is wonderful because they usually last for several days and it is very uncomfortable, as you can imagine. And so this was the first time I'd ever gotten them in, I want to say about 8 years. And it's been a miserable case. I still have them right now, but they're dissipating. So I feel a little bit more able to function normally, and I'm not as uncomfortable as I was a couple days ago, which is when we would usually have filmed this video. So that was a very lengthy I'm fine. Like, obviously, if they were impacting my ability to breathe or something like that, I would have gone to emergency right away, but they're not those kind of hives. It is not necessarily an allergic response. It's much more of a autoimmune response. So anyways, I am what my dad used to refer to as a physical bust whenever they would get really my dad was a huge Pittsburgh Steelers fan, and whenever they would draft somebody that they were very, very excited about who ended up getting injured a lot, my dad would always call that particular player a physical bust, which basically just means that their ability to play very well is good, but their body cannot handle the level of competition at NFL caliber. So anyways, I now jokingly refer to myself as a physical bust because I have so many autoimmune issues. And again, when you're going through a period where you're not able to manage the symptoms, it can be very, very frustrating, especially when you get hit with something like hives, which are so itchy and uncomfortable. So anyways, I am on the mend. I am recuperating. I'm fine. It's just difficult to sit there and film a video. I'm actually not wearing any rings right now because I had some hives like in my hands, which is so unbelievably uncomfortable, but also impedes my ability to film for you guys as well. So anyways, now that I have gone into that full explanation, we are just going to get back into it. I do plan on still uploading my video of things that are coming to the shop and getting that up for you guys tomorrow. I don't see this impacting that at this point. So anyways, now with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and give this cash account. We're stuffing $702 today. Gotta love my rando numbers. So I will count and we will get into this. So 1, 2, 3, 54, 4, 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 500, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 600, 10, 20, 35, 45, 55, 65, 75, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 700, 1 and 2. All right. Well, there we go. Yeah, so I appreciate your patience with the fact that my schedule has just been wonky in general lately. I hate not staying on a schedule. It is very frustrating, but hopefully we're back into the swing of things now. Okay, so I don't have my wallet or anything next to me right now, but I didn't have any rollover from last week, from last week's grocery anyway. If you watched my weekly check-in that I uploaded on Sunday, you'll see that we went over our grocery budget, but that was sort of kind of an expected thing anyway. So anyways, we'll just jump right in, and starting off with high priority sinking funds and going first into groceries, we are going to go ahead and stuff $387. The reason why this is so far off from our usual number of $475, I think is what we usually stuff, is because we overspent just because of 4th of July and my son's birthday party coming up and all that sort of stuff. So I take the deficit out of what I stuff the following week. So we're going to see if I can manage to stick to this week. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 350, 370, 380, 5, 6, and 7. And I do stuff the ones because I spend them. So it works. Next up is taxes. Taxes is getting $10 today. Let me not grab out this placeholder. Now in taxes, we've got 10, 20, 35, and 36. There we go. Medical is up next. Oh, no way. Did I skip it? Oh no. I was getting worried. I was like, wait, I never skipped medical. It's getting, oh, I pulled out the placeholder. It's getting $20 today. And now in medical, we've got 50, 70, 80, 95, and 96. Plus 250 in the bank. Here we go. Car expenses is up next. It's getting $15 this week. Oh, I grabbed the placeholder out of that too. And I'm so excited because the little car diffusers that I was telling you guys about in my weekly check-in are supposed to be here soon. So I'm excited to smell the scents that I got. I got one called Pine Barrens. I think that's what it's called. And I'm really anxious to smell that one because I love the smell of pine. So we'll see if that can pass for like a wintry one. So now in, what is this, car expenses? Car expenses, we've got 100, 50, 60, 75, 85, and 86. So 186 in car expenses. Home maintenance is up next. It's getting $10 this week. Lots of 10s. And now in home maintenance, we've got 10, 25, 26, 27, and 28. Household is up next and it's getting $15 this week. So I evaded all over this. I did 2 5s and 5 1s. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you're new, I like to have small change in here because we spend from it so regularly, but sometimes I really do think like I go overboard, but I'm one of those people who like panics to not have enough small bills for change for weekly check-ins. And so that's what makes me go crazy in some of these envelopes. Now in household, we have 10, 15, 25, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44. Yeah, I definitely didn't need to add ones in there, but you know me. Toiletries is getting 20 this week, and I did the same exact thing. It's getting a 10, 5, and 5 1s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Oops. All right. And now in toiletries, oh, hold on, there we go. We've got 50, 60, 75, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, and 87. There we go. That one janky one in there is making that difficult. Clothes is being skipped, I think, for the rest of the month because we went a little overboard this month on our clothes expenses. And what we do when we do that is to just not stuff it for the rest of the month. Or we subtract the deficit from the rest of the planned stuffing for the month and it works out. So we've got $3 in clothes. Finance coach, all of these categories toward the back of my high priority sinking funds are only stuffed once a month because the amount that we're saving is so small. So finance coach is actually being skipped this week, as is HOA, but union dues is getting $15 today. 10 and a 5. And now in union dues, we've got 100, 20, 35, 36, and 37. So 137 in union dues. And that's it. We are currently saving up 6 months of expenses in our high yield savings account for an emergency fund, which we will be updating everybody on once a quarter. So I think the first update for that is actually going to be coming in September. Low priority sinking funds is up next. First up is actually not Dine Out. It's being skipped this week. Yes. Yeah. Because we had a deficit in that we're making up for the rest of the month. Haircuts, however, is being stuffed. It's getting $20. And now in haircuts, we've got 100, 20, 40, 50, 65, 70, 71, 72, 73, and 174. All right. And home decor is only stuffed with side income. And so we will be skipping it today. Dates is empty, as you can see. I think Mr. Simple actually has a little bit of money left over from our date still in his wallet. He just didn't replace it here. But actually, this is a good segue. So if you are in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, I can highly recommend to you this restaurant that we went to in downtown Fort Worth that's called Grace. And oh my gosh, the food was really, really incredible. We had such a good experience. Our waitress was fantastic. Mr. Simple's Old Fashioned was delicious. I did have a little swig of that. Oh, I had a cocktail too. That's probably why I'm also like tripping out in my body. And yeah, it was really good. What was it called? It was called Cruel Summer. I usually don't drink. The last time I had a drink was, I don't even know how long ago. But yeah, I've largely stopped drinking alcohol because it just doesn't do good things for my autoimmune things. But this cocktail was really delicious. The appetizers were good. The rolls and butter were delicious. Both of we got a couple appetizers. We usually go all out because we don't go on a date very often. So when we do go on a date, we do everything. We get appetizers, we get obviously a main dish, and then dessert. I will say that as far as their dessert menu was concerned, like I was a little less than impressed with just like the menu itself. And my dessert was okay. Mr. Simple's was delicious though. He got an olive oil cake and that was really good. So if you're in the DFW area, definitely recommend popping into Grace. It is definitely worth, it's on the pricier side, but it's worth it. We got a ribeye. We split a ribeye for dinner and it was, oh my gosh, it was just cooked and seasoned so perfectly. So anyways, all of that to say, Dates is going to be getting $10 this week. And I don't know what is left in the wallet. I do know that we spent nearly all of what we had saved, but it was worth it. Next up is this is Mr. Simple spending money. He is getting $15. I keep grabbing that out. So 10, 5. And now on his spending money, he's got 20, 40, 50, 65. There we go. My spending money is up next. I'm getting 17 this week, and that's because, again, I had a deficit that I had to account for. And that's all I've got in here. I'm due to get that dress soon that I was telling you guys about in the weekly check-in, so I'll report back on whether I like the color and the fit of the dress, but I'm excited about it. Pretty Hair is up next. This funds my haircut, and it's getting $10 today. And now in Pretty Hair, I have 20, 30, 45, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, and 56. And my next haircut isn't until September, so we've got some time. Family Fun. Oh, I guess it's being skipped this week, huh? Yep, it's being skipped this week. And so is House Project. House Project is only stuffed now with side income as well. And we will be going soon actually to pick out our screen doors for our house. So I'm very excited about that. It's taken us a while to save for those, but I'm looking forward to it because we'll get to enjoy whatever autumn Texas gets when it gets here. Last up is going to be our holiday sinking funds. And first up is Gifts. Gifts is getting $10 today. Here we go. Just wanted to make sure I read that right. Now in Gifts, we've got 50, 60, 75. So most of this is going to be used toward my son because his birthday is next month. Partay is being skipped because it got depleted. Even though my son's birthday is in August, we're actually having his birthday party in July to take advantage of a particular activity that he really wanted to do for his birthday this year. So it's depleted. I think we've only got like $2 left in here, but it's fine. Our little holidays are only stuffed once a month, again, just because there's just such a small amount that we're saving for over the course of the year. So Valentine's is being skipped. Easter is also being skipped. Vacation is getting stuffed today. It's getting $15. Whoops. So a 10 5. And I think Mr. Simple checked, I think we have like 11 or 1200 in the bank right now. I'm gonna have to get rid of this 2000, but I will eventually. But yeah, so even after paying for the Airbnb, we'll have that much money to spend the week of vacation. So we likely not use all of it, but it's nice to have there and know that it's there. So now on vacation, we've got 10, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, and 31. Plus the 11 or 1200 that we have in the bank. Oh my goodness, don't do that. All right, there we go. Back to school is also being skipped because we had a little bit of a deficit to account for after we did some back to school shopping. Again, this is just one of those things we try not to go over. We don't go over budget from month to month. We try to stay in budget from week to week, but it's not something we're like as dead set on as we are about making sure that we stick to the budget from month to month. So even though it's empty and there was a deficit from one week to another, there's not a deficit for the month. So that's just how we try to maintain our budget, and it works for us. Halloween is getting its monthly stuff today. It's getting $12. Oops. 11 and 12. Oops. And now in Halloween, we've got 100, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 116 in Halloween. So that's exciting. Thanksgiving is also being stuffed this week. This one usually gets stuffed about every other week. It's getting $10 today. And now in Thanksgiving, we've got 100, 200, 20, 30, 1, and 2. Christmas is never skipped. It's getting $75 today. Whoops, there we go. So 50, 70, and 5. Now in Christmas, we've got 50, 100, 20, 40, 55, 65, 66, 67, and 68. And I think we've got 2,000 in the bank or something like that. 1,750. I don't know. I feel like we should have more than that in the bank, but maybe not. Either way, we're doing okay. And then last up for the day is our pool stuffing. We have a pool membership, and we pay, I think it's $375 every summer, which for us is worth it right now. And it gets $32 a month. So now in pool, we've got 20, 40, 50, 65, 70, 71, 72, and 73. This one adds up surprisingly quickly. And that's going to do it. I don't have any ones for the dollar savings challenge this week because the groceries has been rough. But we're getting back on track. And I have enough food in my freezer right now to like make do to carry us over from week to week. So it's not that big of a deal, but we'll see how I come in this week, and I'll obviously keep you guys posted on Friday. So that's going to do it for me today. Again, I will be back here with you guys again tomorrow to go over some of the new seasonal items that I am bringing to my shop and a couple new savings challenges as well. So stay tuned for that. And if you enjoyed today's video, I would love it so much if you would give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment down below saying hello. And I will be back here with you guys again tomorrow for that shop update. So yeah, I'll see you guys then. Have a good one. Bye everyone.